Environmental benefits. Wasted food equals wasted resources: land, water, fertilizer, fuel, packaging, and needless greenhouse gas emissions. Reducing waste by even 2030% has substantial ecological benefits, from lower food system carbon to better resource efficiency. Let's look at how Maxwell's technologies, alongside others, translate in real-world scenarios. Seafood exporter case. At a seafood packing plant exporting to distant markets, seawell trays extend fresh product life. That means fewer returns, more countries served, and less spoilage. Visual appeal remains intact, even after long shelf journeys. A meal kit maker combines HPP, MAP, and active packaging with freshness indicators. That preserves flavor and safety for weeks, allowing them to ship nationwide without preservatives. Consumers can trust the quality upon arrival. Supply chain in emerging markets. In emerging regions lacking cold chain infrastructure, packaging that absorbs moisture or regulates atmosphere means produce and seafood can last days longer without strict refrigeration, giving vendors more selling time and families more edible food. Despite its promise, scaling preservation innovations faces challenges. Cost and accessibility. Advanced packaging or HPP systems require capital and tech expertise, often out of reach for small producers. Reducing cost and increasing accessibility is vital for equitable impact. Regulatory and consumer acceptance. Technologies like nanotech or irradiation often face regulatory hurdles and public skepticism. Clear safety data, labeling, and education are essential to build trust. Integration and sustainability. Effective preservation needs holistic chains. Preservation tech, cold storage, transport, retail strategy, consumer behavior. Maxwell and partners must integrate across food systems. Innovation roadmap. Looking forward, we expect ASP, advanced sous vide aseptic packaging, like Ixon's ASAP system, to achieve up to 2-year ambient shelf life for prepared foods, a potential leap for food service and remote regions. Combined with tech like flash heating, magnetic freezing, intelligent packaging, and MAP HPP hybrids, the roadmap points toward near-zero food waste if scaled responsibly. Imagine a future where food no longer spoils before sale. School meals remain fresh in remote areas. Coastal communities export seafood farther, safely. Meal kit companies ship clean-label products without preservatives. That future depends on Maxwell's preservation systems, combined with global collaboration, industry, regulators, development agencies, and consumers. Ultimately, these technologies aren't just about longer shelf life. They're about closing the food waste gap, improving nutrition, and making global food systems more resilient and sustainable. Maxwell's packaging revolution, such as Seawell, demonstrates how targeted innovation can transform waste into value. Yet it's part of a broader tapestry of new tech: intelligent packaging, pressure processing, aseptic methods, magnetic freezing, and more. To truly end food waste, we must scale these innovations, integrate them, democratize access, and align toward one goal: every edible bite counts. What can you do? If you're a food producer or retailer, explore adoption of active packaging and preservation methods. If you're a policymaker or funder, support infrastructure and regulations that enable innovation. If you're a consumer, seek out brands committed to sustainability and demand reduced waste in the supply chain. The preservation revolution is underway. Maxwell's technology is leading the way, but ending food waste is a collective journey. Let's make every meal matter. Rocket Lab, a small but nimble company, is launching small satellites at a fraction of the traditional cost. Relativity Space is 3D printing entire rockets. Astra focuses on quick, low-cost launches. And Sierra Space is developing a spaceplane called the Dream Chaser. Private space is also about data. Companies like OneWeb and Starlink are launching satellite constellations to provide global internet coverage. This could bring connectivity to billions of underserved people worldwide. Investors are paying attention. In 2021 alone, over $15 billion was invested in private space companies. SPACs, IPOs, venture capital, it's a gold rush in orbit. The commercial space industry is projected to hit $1 trillion by 2040. And America is leading the charge. So where does NASA fit in all of this? Far from being sidelined, NASA has embraced the private sector. Today it acts more as a partner and customer than a sole operator. Through the Commercial Crew Program and Artemis missions, NASA is contracting private companies to do what used to be done in-house. In 2021, NASA awarded SpaceX a contract to build the human landing system for returning astronauts to the moon. NASA Administrator. This is a new chapter. We are working with private enterprise to return to the moon and beyond. This public-private model saves taxpayer money, accelerates innovation, and creates jobs. It also lets NASA focus on its core mission, pushing the boundaries of science and exploration. But this new space race is not without challenges. Rockets fail. Companies burn through money. And not everyone agrees that billionaires should play spaceman while Earth faces urgent problems. There are also concerns about space debris, satellite congestion, and the militarization of space. The more private launches we have, the more crowded low Earth orbit becomes. Regulators are playing catch-up. Laws and norms for commercial space are still being written. Questions of ownership, safety, and liability remain unresolved. Yet, for all its growing pains, the private space sector is forging ahead, with remarkable speed. So what's next? NASA aims to return humans to the moon by the late 2020s, with help from SpaceX. The goal isn't just a visit. It's to build a permanent lunar base as a stepping stone to Mars. SpaceX's Starship could eventually land humans on the red planet. Not in 100 years. Possibly in the next decade. Meanwhile, Blue Origin is developing the Orbital Reef, essentially a commercial space station. And dozens of other players are dreaming up asteroid mining, in-space manufacturing, and deep space exploration. This isn't just about space. It's about the future of humanity. A multi-planetary civilization. A new economy beyond Earth. And for the first time in history, it's not governments but entrepreneurs making it happen. America's new space race is no longer just a sprint between nations. It's a marathon of innovation led by the private sector. From reusable rockets to space tourism, satellite internet to Mars ambitions, the future is arriving faster than we ever imagined. The sky is no longer the limit. It's just the beginning. This is America's new space race.